welcome back, everybody, to our Just Asking podcast. And we're here with Debbie Ferris, one of our board members. And Debbie has been very focused, as we will continue talking about the election security bill. We don't want to call it integrity because there really isn't integrity here. So we want to, words matter. We talk at WIN about words matter, and so we want to use the right words here. But so Debbie, we were talking about the one pager. And I want you to explain to our viewers, what does that actually mean? And then how we can take action on changing the language of this election security bill.
Okay, so thank you, Sue. And everybody, if you like the content about this, subscribe and press like. So that being said, one of the things that we have not done as citizens is engage with our local elected officials, our representatives and our senators. So the one pager is the summary of the things that need to occur so that we can secure the election. It's a very high level summary. It's not meant to actually change the law. It's meant to give them an idea, a notion of all the different things that are needed to make sure that we have eligible voters, that we have a chain of custody that makes sense, and that our voting process is transparent. So that's what the one pager is all about. And as has been recommended, we try to put all of this in one page. That's why it's called the one pager. Now, the reason we're doing this is that in the past, it has been a small group of citizens that go up to Tallahassee and try to make a difference. But this needs to be an effort where all Floridians are involved. So the one pager is to begin the conversation. The conversation would be, make an appointment with your elected official. Show up. Go with a friend. Don't go alone. Go with a friend. Thank them for receiving you. And we recommend going with between 2 and 3 people, at most 5. Have a conversation. Ask them, what do they think about the election? Do they think that we're the golden standard? They may say yes, that there's nothing wrong. Have someone taking note of that. And right now, what the goal of the meeting that you're going to schedule is to not necessarily change their minds, but educate them and develop a relationship and see where they stand, because it's very important for the next legislative session for us in Defend Florida to understand who is on our side and who is not, and who is lukewarm, who can move the ball forward. So that's what this effort is all about. We need the engagement of everyone in all the counties, and then we need you to report back to us your findings.
Well, yeah, I think that's very important, Debbie, because it's important that we know, our elected officials put their hand on a Bible, swore to uphold not only the Constitution, but of Florida, of course, and how do you end the United States, but to protect our borders, to protect our sovereignty in Florida, especially Florida, because we're talking Florida here. But you can't have that if you don't have a good election bill. I mean, this is so simple, even around the country, but it's going to start locally.
Yes.
And then it's like, sometimes people tend to think, we can't really do a whole lot that's going in California or here, but we are here in Florida. This is our Just Asking in Florida.
County level.
It's county level, state, local level going upwards. But we, the people, need to hold our elected officials, our legislators, accountable. And you cannot complain or groan and moan if you're not getting involved. Now, I know this seems like a lot, because a lot of people don't like to get involved in the politics thing, but this election is so vital. So you need to, read a page or, read this one pager, and just ask where, call your legislators and say, where are you with the election bill?
So, yes,
right?
And in case we have all of this on our website, it's called defendflorida.org. And right at the top, you will have a link that says click here to download the one pager, which you can download it and then print it. And then further down, there are training videos for you to prepare for your meeting. And then we have a checklist, what to do, from making the appointment to what are your talking points in this first meeting. So we've tried to make it
step by step.
We've tried to make it as simple as possible. We have advocated, but it's not enough the work that we're doing. The 12, 20 of us that are doing this, it's not enough. We need citizens from all 67 counties to visit their representatives. Or at least get back to us and say, you know what, I've tried to make an appointment and they don't answer back. That would be important to note, because we are keeping track of all of these responses.
That way we can go back to them, even
Yes.
even these supervisor of elections, saying,
Yes.
why aren't you answering these questions?
Correct.
Because we need to have one day voting, not 2, 3 weeks, 3 months, where everybody, or after the fact, when they after election day, after 7 o'clock,
they
where
need
they
10,000
need
more votes.
10,000 more votes. That's what happened last time, because nobody votes and, until, 2 o'clock in the morning and 3 o'clock in the morning. They want to see, when
they need the jump.
Yes, and all,
The jump.
yes, and all more. So now
Yes.
we're gonna keep this on for another 2 weeks. That's just insanity, and that's where the Banana Republic comes in. But anyway, but now we take action. So the action steps here, Debbie, are have everybody go to defendflorida.org and download the one pager. Go on and watch the videos instead of watching the boob tube, which they're not telling you anything anyway. Go learn how to get educated on this, very important, because if you want your vote to matter, then you need to get involved in your civic duty and do what Debbie has been diligently doing with their team, defendflorida.org. And we love to work with with groups that are kingdom builders, not castle builders. And Defend Florida is a group of people
I'm saying Defend Florida has this on our website, but we are a coalition of many groups.
a lot of
that,
different,
yeah,
yes.
Everybody that is working on this is a coalition. We have the participation of very, very strong participation of Citizens Defending Freedom, and they have been very supportive with all of this. And I could name many other groups that have been part of this effort.
Well,
So
if you go
we're
on
just
to
calling it a coalition.
defendflorida.org, then you can see a lot of the people that are on there. Women
Yes.
Impacting the Nation, we're all part of that. We're all in to get back to what is right and true and noble, and get to our Constitution. Because if we allow our legislators to continue to have carte blanche on whatever they want, or just a handful, like the speaker or whoever's dictating to the rest of the legislators what to vote for, what to not vote for, then why do we need the legislators if we just have the governor and a couple of senators that are the leadership? What does that
Correct.
mean? So we want to ask here at Just Asking, what does that mean if you have a couple leaders that are telling these other legislators, well, we can't,
This is how we're going to do
this is how
things.
we're going to do things, and we only can, I know we have 19 things that we need to talk about, but they're telling me I can't only do 2. Well, who's deciding that? I mean, if they're not representing we the people, then basically whose hand is in whose pocket?
And what are they
Sorry.
representing?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we need to ask these questions legitimately, and so we'd love for you guys to go to womenimpactingthenation.org. If you have any questions, email us, or you can always call 844-946-8255, and we will always get back with you. But email the questions, and we'll get back on with Debbie, and we're going to be having our podcast a couple times a week, and bringing questions up, not only locally, but, nationally. But right now, everybody needs to get to their local, to their city, to their county, and, then to their state, and get taking care of our states, right? Everybody individually. I can't be over in Texas all the time, or
yes.
Georgia or North Carolina. If you're in Florida, take care of Florida, take care of your county. If you're in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, wherever you're at in the United States, take care of your county and get involved. Ask questions. We love to ask questions at WIN, and because when we ask questions and we show up, we win. So is there anything else, Debbie, for this segment of Just Asking that you want to add for the election?
Yes, so if this was a lot of instructions, you can go to, again, defendflorida.org, or you can go to my Substack. I have one article called The One Pager, and there I have all the instructions as well.
We need to put that on our
Yes,
website.
so we'll put that on the website. And we really, really encourage everybody to just get involved and be part of this effort. It's not a lot. It's a little bit of work, but if we all do a little bit, then we'll be able to secure our state.
Now, we're not asking you to build the wall. We're asking you to take your part of the wall. Just
one
do
brick.
just one brick at a time. If everybody just laid one brick, that's your home. Take care of your home, your area. You know, it's like you go into Jerusalem, then you can go out to Judea and Samaria. You know, then you can make a difference. But to get together right now in your area and make that difference and get involved and find out more about what Debbie's doing with with the election security bill. Because there's no election integrity bill anymore.
Well, this effort is actually gearing us up for the next legislative session.
Okay,
So
that's good.
all of this is to pretty much lay the groundwork so that in the next legislative session, when we have our ask, these legislators know what we're asking.
Okay,
And
good,
yes,
very good. Now,
and
do you know when the next legislative
it
in
would probably
Florida?
start in January.
January? Okay,
Mhm.
so in Florida, because everybody's different, every state is different. So in Florida, particularly right now, it'll start hopefully in January, but we're laying the ground work. And
And the summer's important because the representatives are back in their districts.
Mhm.
This is when you can actually make an appointment with them to see them personally. After that, then they go up to Tallahassee for a committee week, and so it's harder to get a hold of them. So the summer really is quite crucial for us to have that one-on-one interaction, either with the legislator or even their aide. So
But also, call their offices. Find their. It's very easy. If I can Google and find a phone number, so can you, because I'm not very high tech. But get the phone number of, find out who your legislator is. And call them and let them know you're not. Just tell them you're not happy with what's going on, and you just want to ask the question of what are they doing about it. But because you have to remember that they work for you. You are the boss, and I think we've forgotten as citizens that
we pay
think
their salaries.
we do. We pay their salary, and they work for us. We don't work for them, and so we need to let them know that. And when we give them enough calls, that goes to another one of our action
Programs.
steps is call one day, and go on to womenimpactingthenation.org and get onto our email list, like and share all this. But get on to call one day, and it's free, it's easy, and you will give you all the information that you can get involved and calling your legislators and letting them know what you feel, what you think, because you are the boss, and when we show up,
We
we
win.
win. So thanks for joining us for Just Asking on our subject of election security, and we will be back on another podcast. Thanks for joining us. Please remember to like and share, and go to womenimpactingthenation.org, and we will see you on the next Just Asking.